Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Excelsior Gaming's 99 Problems and a Stitcher Ain't One. I am still Damian Harmony and am not wearing a sweater. And my
Iain
partner is...
MacDonald. Hello, people. Sorry, I'm just seeing.
Who is wearing a
It's
sweater?
a
How's that?
t-shirt or a polo
Okay.
shirt.
Fair enough. A polo shirt. Ooh. So this is where you play a game in the swimming pool with a horse and you try to find out who's riding the horse in the
Funnily enough,
water.
that's
Is that
called
how?
water polo. No, actually.
Oh, I was thinking Marco Polo. Yeah. So, do you guys play Marco Polo or do you not swim?
Um, no, Marco Polo, is that not a game? Some sort of funny game thing?
Yeah, you shout out Marco and someone else says Polo, and then you're homing in on where they are. It's all kinds of fun. You're basically being Daredevil without the echolocation. So it's a lot of fun. So, Ian, how you
I'm
doing,
doing
man?
all right. I've been
All right.
out and about today. Um, got a new bike for my eldest son. Youngest son didn't want one because he was being a
Wonderful.
little shit. So I thought, yay, more money in my pocket for Polaris offers. So, yay.
Hi. Nice. Cool. Well, I've got great
What's that?
news. A couple things have happened on my side here. Number one, as I told you last week, I unlocked Squirrel Girl,
Yay.
so I've gotten her all the way up to level 60, and she's tier 9, getting close to tier
Cool.
10. Haven't figured out what ISO I'm going to put on her because I've kind of overspent my ISOs and my
Oh,
gold, so I'm going to hold off. Also, I hit level 70
nice.
which is pretty cool. Yeah, and now I'm woefully underqualified to do the quest for or the campaign for Heroes 7-1. So it's gonna be or 7-1. So it's gonna be a little tough for me for a couple weeks here as I try to get my city heroes up. And definitely not Spider-Man,
Yeah,
apparently.
Spider Man's a bit of a waste. I mean, he's my one one of my favourites anyway. In the sort of in the Marvel
Mhm.
verse, if you like. I'm sure there's a term for it. Let us know in the chat. What's it called? Is it the Marvel verse? I don't know.
The
Marvel
Marvel
Universe.
universe. Yeah.
I was just trying to get away from Marvel Cinematic Universe because that's
Yeah.
that's different. Um, but yeah, I've
Mhm.
always liked OG Spider-Man, but in this game he is mince. Um, which
Bummer.
he's got his uses, but I
That
wouldn't
is.
be putting the mortgage on him.
Oh, well, that's a crying shame, quite honestly, because he, again, as we've said before, I think he would pair well with anyone,
Yeah.
given that in the comic books, there were entire like series that were pinned around the idea of Spider-Man teams up with so and so. It's called
Hmm.
Marvel Team Up. So you'd think he'd have synergy with everyone. But that being said, I am still very, very excited about getting into campaign 7
Yeah.
to the point where I have overspent trying to bring people up. And then it occurred to me after the fact, once I spent all of that, that perhaps I should ask my dear friend Ian, um, hey, Ian, what's the best use of credits in terms of
By
leveling
the sounds of
characters up?
things, not the way that you've done it, Damien.
No, no. So,
Right.
yeah, I basically stovepiped people to the highest
Mm-hmm.
level that I've got, one at a time, and it occurs to me that that might not be the best use of funds to
I wouldn't
advance
say
through the
so
game.
because, and I'll refer you before we go and have a look. How are you doing in the Sinister Blitz? Because Mister Sinister is must have. He is
Is he?
must
Okay,
have.
well, let me take a look at my blitz. Let's see. I'm going to do one
Do
right
one right
now.
now and do a Blitz
Going
as
to
well.
simulate that. I'm going to blitz this one as well, and then I'm going to blitz this one as well.
So the
Oh, very nice. I even got some cheese on the bread there. I blinced it
brilliant.
instead. I am at milestone 12
All
just
right.
completed. So I've got 51 sinister shards and I can't say
51
that word.
Sinister Shards. Neither can Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, certainly not now.
is
He's
he?
dead.
All
Yeah, yeah,
right.
he died last year.
Shows you how much I keep up with current events, especially with my fellow countrymen. But yeah, but the real question I should have asked you is how many Blitz squads have you got?
I don't understand the question, Ian. What do you mean
Right,
by a blitz squad? I just throw my toughest people at
right.
it
How
and call
have
it
you
good.
got in your or sorry? How many saved squads have you got?
Oh, where would I find save squads?
In the right, go into your Blitz, then go into your change team.
Mm-hmm.
You can also get this information from the main roster screen. Then in the top right, you've got the
I'll
three
go
little
maybe not.
people. And that's how many you've got. That's all your saved squads.
I have 3 save squads that I don't even remember making. So I'm thinking maybe I should get rid of these
Well,
squads.
there's other reasons to have saved squads, but basically the main reason is for blitz rotations. So
Mm-hmm.
every 2 hours, if you're wanting to go crazy for a blitz, um, I'll start with
Mm-hmm.
my lowest, well, the team that I deem to be the lowest, and then just
Mm-hmm.
work up, all the way to the top.
Do you blitz with that, then switch, then blitz, then
Basically,
switch?
what I would do is, right, because I've just blitzed recently, so can't really do it just now. I blitz with them, and then just keep going through the squads. The squads, as you can see here, are getting higher in collection power. Not always
Mm-hmm.
higher in collection power, but it's the synergy of the team and how much I think they're going to actually get me a win. That's how I've tiered it. Sort of keep
Sure.
going up, and then your multiplier goes up as well. Blah 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 blah. Then you reach the top of your pile
Okay.
and spend your blitz currency on the refreshes. And then you do that rotation every 2 hours. If you're disciplined enough to do it.
Okay.
I'm not.
This looks like I got something to do then to build.
But the
So
main
I'm
reason
gonna.
what I was asking that is
Mm-hmm.
because you had asked about building up your roster to just basically
Mm-hmm.
spunking it all to level 70. But a better way of a
Mm-hmm.
better resource management would be to get the synergized teams, just little baby steps, if you like. You sort of taking them up a little bit
Mm-hmm.
at a time, because as I think, well, you found that it does cost quite a pretty penny. Mm-hmm.
Indeed, it does. Yeah.
An afternoon to
So
cheeky geek talk. That is, I know who it is. Our name begins with a J.
I believe
It's
you're right.
not June. It's not Julie. Is it Julie? No.
No.
Ah, forgotten. It's a short name, isn't it? No.
No. No. It's at least 3 syllables.
Jemima. I don't know.
Very much closer. Yeah.
I, I remember it began with a J, but um,
That's true.
you,
But in Latin, Jehovah starts with an I.
oh, Mr. Jones, you tease me so. How many Indiana Jones films are there?
Well, are we talking canon or are we talking actually in existence?
That you recognise? Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
recognize, there are 3. There are 3. You know what? No, there are 4, and it's okay that one of them is
There,
terrible.
there, no, there's only
I'm okay
three.
with that. Yeah.
Right. Crystal Skull. Fuck off. But anyway, right, what we're talking about was only kidding, Jessica, of course. Yeah, the cost that it takes from level 1
Hmm.
to level 60
Hmm.
is, let's see, 1.3 million gold, which is a fair chunk of change,
Okay.
getting from 1 to
It
60.
is.
But if it's a
It
new
is.
character, it's someone you really want to work on, you've got the gold, go for it.
Hmm.
But then
Yeah.
this is where the sort of the problems kind of come in, because from 1 to 60,
Mm-hmm.
1.3 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
From 60 to
Okay.
70, you're looking at an extra 2.3 million. An extra
So another million on top of the 1.3 or 2.3
2.3
more?
more.
Wow. So 60 to 65, you
60
said,
to
or to
70.
60 to 70?
So to go up
Oh,
60
okay.
places costs you 1.3. To go up 1 to 70 costs you 3.6. And then if you want to take them
Okay.
all the way up to 80, it's 7.7 million in gold.
Okay. So from 70 to
Yeah,
80,
70 to 80 is
it
was it
is,
4 million? Yeah,
well, you said it's total of 7.7. So 2.3 from 7.7 gives us 5 point.
from 60. Yeah, even because
Yeah.
from what do we say? From 60 to 70 is
Hmm.
2.3. From 70 to 80 is 4 mil, just over 4 million. From 70 to 80.
So it's 3.7 million more
Um,
from 70 to 80.
no, 4.1.
No,
But I don't know. Maybe it's a conversion
4.1.
rate from over the Atlantic. I don't know. But yeah, it's a fair chunk of change. But basically, if you hit level 70, congratulations, fantastic. But don't just bring
Thank you.
people
Thank
up
you.
willy nilly. Um, Too
Too
late
late
now,
now,
yeah.
but thank you.
Because there you go, from
Yeah.
69 up
But
to
others can
70 was
learn.
400,000. Reckon
Very
now.
nice.
Um, is
Hmm.
that Cyclops' brother? I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's. I mean, it's a lot of money. Once you sort of like you start leveling up, going up through the levels, it does cost you a lot more. To be honest, you're better
Hmm.
putting that those resources or that gold into the gear upgrades.
Okay.
They're far more valuable. The sort of tiers, tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, whatever, they will give you a lot more
Okay.
value for that. But obviously, once you hit a level, if you like, you can't sort of go
Hmm.
above that. Like, for example, I've got White
Right.
Tiger here on screen. I could spend like
Hmm.
37,000 gold on her to get her up to tier 6. But then I might not be able to get her to
Hmm.
tier 7 because she is only level 30. I'd have to level up to
So
maybe
you'd have
40,
to,
35, something like
right.
that. I don't know. I'm not investing in Shadowlands at the
Okay.
moment. Um, so, yeah. So just be sort of wary with your gold and stuff like that, the way that you're like deploying it, if you like. Um,
Sure. Sure.
because it can be a kind of expensive business. I mean, I've made some mistakes. Not, I wouldn't say mistakes.
Hmm.
Not at the time they weren't mistakes, but things if I was doing just now, I might not. I mean, Rocket Raccoon level 75. People might look at that and say,
Hmm.
"What were you thinking?" But early game, he's pretty good. He's pretty
Sure.
good. But at the moment, don't use him. Um, I do remember,
So what you're saying,
yeah,
let me interrupt real quick. What you're saying then is that if I've got characters I want to bring up as a
yeah,
team, that I should concentrate first on their gear tier, bring that up until I hit the ceiling of that, and then level them up so that I can bring the gear up
yeah. I
again.
think that's the best way to sort of to
Okay.
get the kind of the collection points on the tunes
Hmm.
themselves. And that sort of gives us, I
Okay.
mean, they give their own benefits anyway. So let's just have a look at,
Hmm.
there's
Hmm.
extra health and armour in that one. There's health and
Hmm.
resistance, things like that. The level doesn't really matter
Sure.
all that much when it comes to,
Okay.
I think the sort of, I mean, you do get extra like points as they go up, health points and damage points, things like that as you go up
Sure.
through the levels. But I do think that the
Okay.
tiers level you up more in terms of sort of raw power and raw stats. Um,
Okay.
quite happy to be disproven. I'm probably talking bollocks, but that's where I sort of I feel that um, that I've seen that my progression has sort of went anyway. It's better to level up the gear
Hmm.
and then level up the level. Um, you're not able to do that anymore.
Okay. I've got a new plan of attack, and I think I will make sure that I do that through the week then. So, just to recap, so go up with equipment until you can't get anyone with equipment beyond that ceiling, and then bring everyone up corporately as well as best you can, as far as the levels, so that you enable more
That's
equipment
right, yeah.
tiers. And that's better.
But
Okay, cool. I like that. I'm hoping by next week then I can tell you that I successfully defeated Heroes
that's the
7-1.
thing, though. It depends on what your priorities are. I mean, if you're looking to, I
Hmm.
mean, Mr. Sinister, everyone should be going for. In fact, no one go for Mr. Sinister. No one do it. He's rubbish. He's rubbish. Don't do it. Purely because that'll mean my rank is higher if no one goes for him. Brilliant. No, but
Hmm.
Mr. Sinister's fantastic character. Um, I never, I never had him at a great level to start with, but I've slowly
Hmm.
built him up, and as you can see in last week's video, I think it was a live video,
Hmm.
he's proven
Yep.
pretty instrumental in getting me to arena rank 1. Um,
Nice. Yeah, that was fun to watch too. I mean, we didn't watch you go live to rank 1, but we saw you go up, and I mean, you're still staying single
yeah,
digit, which was
I
a
wish it was the
lovely thing to
same
see.
just now
So.
because it is not. Where am I just now? I'm probably 40 something. 58. Fucking shambolic, man. But I
Okay.
do know that I can beat any team there, so that's alright because every 3 of these teams will be Black Order. Guarantee it. There you go. Oh no, it's not. There's not. There's a Black Order. A non Black Order team.
Hmm.
But yeah, look, Black Order, Black Order, Black Order. Everyone is Black
Yep.
Order,
Yep.
and the team that I've got just decimates them, essentially.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, the point being is it depends on what your priorities are. If you're wanting to get more
Hmm.
chance of getting a Blitz character, level up teams a little bit. If you're going maybe for a
Hmm.
specific campaign, like yourself, 7.1, and Heroes, or Villains,
Hmm.
Nexus, whatever, level your preferred team maybe up that little bit higher, because obviously you'll have more resources over one
Okay.
team than you will over 3, 4, or 5 teams. Same goes if it's your
Sure.
arena team. If you want to concentrate on arena, put all your resources into that, all those eggs into
Okay.
that basket, if you will. Um, but yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about priorities, resource management. That's basically what this game is, isn't it? It's about resource management.
Yeah. Yeah. Just with cooler colors and neater animations. So that's about it. All right. So what do you got going on this week as far as your stuff? Because we did mine, then we jumped into the problem that I'm having, and now, what are you excited about
Um,
besides getting an extra shard of
I'm not excited about
Cyclops?
that because that is Ultima's food. God, I'm at 7. Um,
Ah.
yeah, I was this week. I think it was this week. I completed the global lanes of Dark Dimension 4. So that's pretty cool.
Mm,
Um,
that is pretty cool. I have not even gotten into the Dark Dimension because the only 7-star character I have uh is Wolverine.
and
So I have no access
yeah,
to the
he's
Dark
mince
Dimension
as
right
well.
now.
So, and yeah, there's another one. OG
Hmm.
Spider-Man and Wolverine. Absolutely love Wolverine. It was before the whole MCU kind of thing. As you guys know,
Hmm.
I'm not the biggest comic book fan when it comes to Marvel or anything like that.
Right.
But I mean, I always knew about Wolverine, always knew about Hulk, always knew about Spider-Man. Hulk's got a rework.
Hmm.
He's pretty good in the game. Spider-Man and Wolverine are pish. Um,
Now, can you with Wolverine, if you have Colossus on your team, can you do the
the
fastball
fastball
special?
special. What be that?
Hmm. Where Colossus throws
You
Wolverine
certainly
at the
can.
other team.
That is
Nice,
special, man.
nice. Because I found I've leveled up Vision up until I got to level 70, and so I've had Vision and Wanda
Hmm.
working together, which has been kind of fun to watch. And I also have uh, Marvel's other really really sexy couple of Captain America and Iron Man working together
Right, nice.
for a while. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, anything that you're specifically working toward besides? I mean, you really wowed us all with your level 1
Oh,
arena last week.
Damian.
So, are you working toward anything specific or sexy
I'm just looking
right
to
now?
get. Well, I did this week. In fact, it was just yesterday, I
Hmm.
think it was. Managed to get Silver Surfer up to tier 15 and get him to
Wow.
5 stars.
Da-
Absolute beast.
Wow.
Uh,
That's phenomenal. Yeah, you've got his ISO
oh
all the
yeah,
way up too.
he's worth
Nice.
every bit of resource that you can put into him. And
Oh,
hopefully, if you've been
fantastic.
doing your dailies by the end of the month
Hmm.
or whenever it may be, you'll have yourself a little two
Hmm.
star one. And you know what? It'll
That'll
be,
be nice. I'll park him in there with my
dude, you park him
Fantastic Four.
wherever you want because he will do damage. He will be the best. I can pretty much
Nice.
guarantee he will be the best um, toon on your roster. Even at
Really,
two
even
stars,
at two
when
stars.
when I had him at 2 stars, he was still one of the best ones that I had. He's
Wow.
absolutely.
That's both frustrating and fairly realistic to the comics. Like he doesn't show up much because he's so
Hmm.
ridiculously powerful.
That's the
So
thing. But
that would
when he
make
does
sense.
show up, then
Cool.
watch out. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no
I'm just
kidding.
working on trying to get
Nice.
one more because I made a semi-rookie mistake. Because to go into the Dark Dimension 4, you do need to have 4 of
Hmm.
the certain traits, sort of city, cosmic, global, and the other one.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember. Um,
Alpha?
no. Um, anyway,
No.
for the cosmic lane, I was like, yeah, all I'm waiting on is Silver Surfer because I've got Minerva, Hela, and Black Bolt all ready to go. I just needed one piece in Silver
Hmm.
Surfer. When I got it, here we go. We'll get through the Dark Dimension 4 node. But then I forgot that it's non-legendary.
What's the difference there? I mean, I'm still down here in the
The
mundane world,
legendaries are the
so.
ones that you need like 5 members of Exos. Basically,
Mm.
Black Bolt is a legendary, so I couldn't use them.
Okay.
Um, let's see, all the legendaries.
People who come in at a
Yeah,
higher
they
tier,
come in at
basically.
5 stars or 6 stars in Phoenix's
Hmm.
cases. But these are all the
Hmm.
legendaries in the game where you need sort of 5 specific characters to unlock. Like your 5 Guardians
Okay.
or Ravagers for Star Lord, your 5 X-Men
Right.
or Brotherhood for Magneto, um, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So they've got their own lane at the very end of Dark Dimension 4. Um, and I forgot that Black Bolt was a legendary. Or not so much forgot, I just overlooked it. And I'm still waiting
Hmm.
for. I'm still waiting to identify who my fourth legendary, my fourth cosmic should be. I really don't know. Either Proxima, maybe Longshot, but Longshot doesn't work as well without Shatterstar. And I've not got enough mutant resources to get them all up to 15, so I don't know, man.
Hmm.
Um,
It doesn't sound like a bad problem to have, though.
it's all relative, isn't it? First world problems and all that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And how are you enjoying the multiple man
Multiple Man,
campaign and event?
not been enjoying it. No, and I'll tell you
No.
why. Um,
Hmm.
because here's the orbs. The orbs that you've got, um, or the people that you can get from the orbs, are,
Hmm.
come on, grip, obviously Multiple Man. For goodness sake, just give me the other people in it. Right, all these people I could do with pretty much every single one of them. There are some really, really good characters here. Obviously, Multiple Man
Hmm.
himself, if you've got Shatterstar and Longshot, there's Shatterstar
Hmm.
there. You've got Minerva. My goodness, who doesn't need Minerva? Well, not me, but that's not the point.
Hmm.
Um, Kitty Pryde, Longshot there. You get
Nice.
Ghost Rider. Ghost, Elsa, Beast, Bishop, one of the best characters in the game. And do you know what? I think for the first, I think it was the first 3 orbs I opened with fucking Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand getting first world problems and all that. I mean, you'd probably like,
Yeah.
yeah, give me some Daredevil, give me some great Daredevil shards. But
Yes.
when you've got
Yes.
Bishop on the go, Elsa Bloodstone, even Ironheart to a certain extent, Graviton as well. I was like, no. And I've been pulling piss like AIM Researcher as well. And I'm like, no. I mean, there's a reason that he's only at 80 shards and I've got 309 of them and I've not
Mm-hmm.
upgraded him. I don't want him. I just don't want him. I want Bishop. Goodness, I want a bit more ghost in my life.
Sure.
Preferably some more multiple man, but I've been basically spending the 50 refreshes on the
Mm-hmm.
on the campaign node.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to, yeah, these are all done. You spend like the 50 refreshes, the energy refreshes, and I've been getting not a lot for it. My multiple man isn't looking too bad. Got him at 4 red stars. Got a 5th one to fill out. I'm hoping that I'll get that 5th one filled out by the end of the event with a little bit of luck. But what about yourself? How
Mm-hmm.
have you been getting on with the multiple man event?
Well, with the event, I kind of came to a standstill. Quite honestly, I have not gotten beyond it. Largely just underqualified. So with my multiple man event, pulling it up as we speak, um, I've got super sleuths galore. I got all the way through level the second of the two,
Mm-hmm.
the medium, but I stalled out at multiple man 1, 2, and I think it's because I just don't have the strength in my super sleuths, which is a mite frustrating, but it happens. So I'm looking at the characters that I've got, and I've got Loki, which I love that he's been made a super sleuth given what's going to happen in the MCU. I've got Squirrel Girl, I've got 2 AIM folk, and I've got Black Widow. Those are
Right.
my top folks. But my Black Widow, for instance, is a tier
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 at level 45. So I'm ill equipped because I'm focused on
That's
other
it. Yeah.
stuff largely. But the first two, the medium and the easy, were a lot of fun to mess
Well,
with.
I mean, the
So
important question about sort of when you're going for this is, do you have long shot or Shatterstar in it?
I do not. My son
Doesn't
does,
matter.
but I
Well,
do
your
not.
son's very lucky. Not only to have a father like
Yeah.
yourself, but
Yep.
to have long shot and Shatterstar.
Mm, appreciate that. Cheeky Geek Talk said made it through the easy part and then Squirrel Girl kicked her ass. Yeah, that's because Squirrel Girl kicks a lot of ass.
Yeah, but all those little kind of nibbly rodent things, yeah,
Hmm.
it's good fun. It's good fun anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's such a fun animation too, and it's comic
Hmm.
book accurate. She defeated Wolverine in that exact same way, and she defeated Doctor Doom in that exact same way.
Yeah, she's not one to be trifled with, certainly. No.
No,
Um,
no.
so yeah, that's been our. I don't think we've got anything else really. If there's anyone out there that's wanting to give us a shout as to how they're getting on in the game, then we can. Or if you've got any questions, I mean, ask the expert.
Surely.
No plurals. Yeah.
Yeah, or ask Ian. You
Um,
know, both
yeah,
work.
just
Yeah.
ask us a question about the game. We're here every Friday night at 12 p.m. GMT and 4 p.m. Eastern. Is that how you say it? Is that how you
Pacific.
say it?
Yeah, we say
Yeah,
Pacific Standard Time.
yeah, because Eastern's the other side, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the east. So yeah,
You're on.
that's how we. Which to you is the west. So I mean, it's very America centric. So admittedly, but yeah, just think, it's pissed. PST. Pissed.
Okay, yeah, because I've put out
So
all the tweets and stuff that I've put out, I've put EST. and that's like, I don't know, is there a big East-West rivalry when it comes to timing of things?
No, just when it
Yeah,
comes to rap.
but I'm talking about,
Yeah,
because
and that
obviously
was.
in America, the Super Bowl is a big thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is, but that is the American versus the national conferences. Those aren't East West particularly. So,
I don't know what that means. But my kind of question was more about the television schedulings of them.
oh, okay. So if it's going to be a live sporting event, say a WrestleMania or a Super Bowl or anything like that, it's aimed at the convenience of the
Right,
Eastern
okay.
Seaboard. It's Eastern Standard Time is kind of what does it. So they never want to start later than 7 p.m. PS or EST. So if an event is out here, say in Sacramento, if they're doing a Royal Rumble in Sacramento, like they did when Yokozuna won back in 1992, then it would start at
Right.
4 p.m. So that people on the East Coast aren't staying up super
Right.
late to watch it.
But it is
So,
basically sort of
yeah.
centered towards people on the east side.
Yes. Yes. So if you want to start saying that that we start at 7 p.m. PST or EST, that works.
Yeah.
Um, so do you all just have one time
Yeah.
zone over there? That must be
Um,
nice.
I'll tell you when it's not nice, and I think I've said this as well, is that when the clocks kind of go forward, as they have fairly recently, um,
Mm-hmm.
this is how much into this game I am. With my kind of energy refreshes and my daily store refreshes and things like that, they're not as convenient for
Mm-hmm.
me as they are in the winter time.
Ah. Well, in theory, you're out and about and enjoying the time, frolicking.
Frolicking on my phone,
Um,
having to wait
yeah.
until
Yep.
1 o'clock for a server reset as opposed to 12 o'clock. 'Cause I mean, midnight I can sort of get away with. I mean, two young children. I'm generally up early in the morning anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but midnight I can sort of get
Mm-hmm.
away with staying up until then, bashing it out for 10 minutes. Oh, that meant something different in my early 20s. Um,
Still around the same
yeah,
time,
indeed.
though.
And yeah, other
Yeah.
people were
Yeah.
asleep. Yeah, so I'd bash it out, as it were, at sort of midnight, 10 minutes, then go to bed. But staying up till 1 o'clock is just a bit excessive.
Yeah, it's pushing it.
So that's
Yeah,
why I
I
hate
agree.
British summertime. It doesn't matter that it's longer days, sunnier weather, flowers are growing, baby
Mm-hmm.
lambs are being born, as opposed to adult lambs being born. It's nothing to do with that. It's
That's
murder.
murder on the mother.
um,
I saw that once and I was like, ew.
uh, I mean, I don't want to hog it, but let's let's move on. Yeah, nothing to do with that. It's to do with the different time zone, different um, time resets for all the stores and the
Mm-hmm.
blitzes and oh, roll on autumn days is what I say. Roll on autumn days when I can go back to not worrying about being up for my children in the morning because oh, I need to start this event
Sure.
really quickly because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I've got to get up to do the school run. It doesn't matter. You don't need your teeth brushed. Who needs breakfast anyway? Get out the door. And yeah, so yeah. In answer to your original question,
Okay.
yes, one time zone.
Oh, must be nice.
It's not because you know what I
Mostly.
don't like about it. It's
6
the
months of the year.
energy No, no, I think we've been down that route.
No, but that was good because you just did it for the Eastern Standard Time, and then in 3 hours, people are going to hear this part.
Absolutely.
So it's yeah, that's acceptable.
Um, yeah, so I think
Cool.
I think we've talked about 15 minutes of Marvel Strike Force and about 25 minutes of utter
Mm-hmm.
nonsense. But that's what you get on Excelsior
Yeah.
Gaming with Damian Harmony and Iain MacDonald. All of our
All
stuff
right.
is up on YouTube on Excelsior Gaming. And we've got pretty much
Mhm.
all of our tutorial videos are out. We think we've got another
Yep.
2 to release. I'm pretty sure it's just another 2.
Mhm.
That will come out, I would say Wednesday, but I completely forgot this weekend they come out on Thursday. But with the time difference, who knows? It might have been Wednesday when it came out for you.
That's I was
Yeah.
confused by it, so yeah, that would make
So
sense.
that's all up in
So
Excelsior Gaming. Leave comments, subscribe, tell people about it because we've got a burgeoning viewership. Let's just say,
yeah, we
and
do.
we'd like to expand it, to
Nascent.
grow it,
Yes.
because we're not like any of the other kind of
Tell your
content
friends.
creators. We will say fuck, shit, and piss, and mostly direct them at
That this is indeed.
Ravagers. But anyone else that we see
Hmm.
fit to do so too.
Yeah.
Um,
Tell your friends. Tell your friends' kids to come watch it. My son watches it and enjoys it. So
yeah, so comment,
absolutely.
share, subscribe, all that sort of usual stuff. Any sort of other thoughts before we? Well, you're probably going to go and get your dinner. I'm going to my fucking bed.
Yeah.
Any sort of?
But, I'm not sure which one will be more satisfying tonight, but well, actually I do because I've tried to get in bed with a chimichanga. Not nearly as fun as eating it. So
Yeah, it's always good about eating out in bed. Yeah.
yeah, indeed, indeed. All right. Well, for Ian MacDonald, I'm Damian Harmony, and as always, until next time, Excelsior.